Hey guys, Dr. Dan Bruno here. I wanted to give you a rundown on how to use the Roman chair properly to strengthen your lower back. The Roman chair I have is adjustable at several angles. Chances are the Roman chair that you're going to be using or purchasing is going to be set at a 45-degree angle, which is going to be about there. Ideally, you want to start off at a more upright angle to take the extra resistance of your body weight off of the machine to allow you to focus on the muscles, the smaller muscles more correctly. So if you have one that's set at 45, you're going to have to prop something under the front legs to try to get it up to about a 75-degree angle to start. Once you do that, the positioning of this machine, your machine will have a pelvic piece here that's adjustable lengthwise. If you feel in the front of your pelvis, there's two little bones right here. You want that pelvic piece right around where those bones are. So when you lean forward, it's almost hitting you in the ribs when you lean all the way forward, but not quite. And the reason is, the motion isn't from here to here. That would be utilizing your hamstrings and your glutes. The motion is from here to here. So you see it's very short range of motion, and that focuses on these lower back muscles specifically. So a lot of this has to do with positioning. Again, you want to start off with an easy angle. You want to make sure that this is up high enough so when you lean forward, you're not leaning forward through your pelvis and stretching your hamstrings. Your hamstrings and your legs should be completely straight and relaxed during this move. And then from there, you're going to have to pay attention to what you do with your feet. So once your feet are on the foot pad, which make sure that you get a Roman chair that has a foot plate like this and has some pads to support your ankles so you're stable in place. You want to slightly angle, I'm not sure if you can see that, slightly angle your toes inward, just a hair. So they're not splayed out like this, they're turned slightly in like this. That'll help take the glutes out of it a little bit and focus more on the low back. So if you can see me on this, when I get on, I'm going to put my feet all the way against the pads. I'm going to slightly turn my toes inward, and I'll make sure this pelvic piece is at the proper height, which for me is right about here. See how all the motion as I go through here? It's through my back. Nothing's happening at my pelvis. So once you have that positioning right, I'm going to demonstrate the move for you in a second, but it's important to understand that this is an extremely slow movement. Everything's about being slow and concentrating on the muscles that you're trying to use during this. It will be really easy just to go through the motion, get up and down like that. But we're doing this exercise with an intent. The intent is to strengthen these very, very small, generally very, very weak muscles of your lower back to help with your long-term back problems. So let's demonstrate the motion, and then from there you can set up your machine properly. So again, I'm going to get on like this. Make sure that your ankles are pushed back against the pads. Slightly rotate your feet inward, and then relax your legs. You can have a slight bend in your knees, you can have straight legs. I like to have just a slight bend, and then I make sure that that bend doesn't change. Okay? Next step, is you're going to lean forward, let your back completely round out, bring your chin to your chest, arm towards the floor. Now I'm going to break this down into two parts for you. So the first part is the extension part up. Now I'm not going to do anything with my arms right now, but I want you to watch what my head and my body does. I'm going to start by bringing my head back slowly. Now you want to stop with the head extension about there. You don't want to go all the way back like this. You're going to strain your neck. So you want to start with your head back, and as you do that, you going to start bringing your shoulders back, and then look at my lower back. And then you're going to get up to an extended position where your back is arched, rounded this way, and to your stopping point. And then you're going to slowly bring yourself down, let your chin go down to your chest. So again, it's head back, shoulders back, back arched, stopping point. Now, the stopping point, what I do is I force my back into an extended position. So rather than going like this, see my pelvis is turning there? I'm locking my pelvis in place, almost like turning your butt up towards the ceiling, and then forcing that curve in. So you're going from here to here, and that's your end point. So on here, I'm going to bring my arms into how I recommend doing this move. So we're going to have our starting point, toes pointed in, your calves against the pad, arms all the way down, chin to the chest. You're going to slowly bring your head back. Now, I bring my arms into a palms facing each other and then an elbows back position like this as we go up. So we're going to go from here, slowly, to here. That's the end point. Hold for about 2-3 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No hold at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let them round up. Head back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you see how I am at this top position. Nothing's moving from here on down. This is all through the low back only. And then ideally what you want to do in the beginning here, the back muscles are weak. You're not going to be used to this exercise. I don't really like to see people doing more than, say, 5 reps. Chances are, if you're doing more than 5 reps at the very beginning stages of this, and you're moving at that speed and doing it with that form, chances are you're probably doing it a little bit incorrectly. So again, do the exercise with intent. You should feel it right through here, maybe at the top of your behind here, up to about right here. So the emphasis is going to be right in these muscles here. And you should feel a bit of an intense burning as you go. Completely normal. As long as you don't have an intense pain, the little burning that you feel, like a muscular burn, that's a normal thing that you should feel during this exercise. Every other day, 2 sets. Generally, you want to go to what we call fatigue. You go till you cannot do any more properly. Now, in the very beginning, those numbers are going to be low, and I don't want you to push yourself too hard. Work your way up over the first couple of weeks to getting your muscles accustomed to this motion. And then from there, you can start pushing pretty hard. Make sure that you do your warm-ups before you get on this. The mobility routine I have is perfect to do before you do this exercise. Go for a walk at the very least, do some cat camels, and some rotational stretches, dynamic stretches on the ground. Regardless, you need to get warmed up before you do this exercise. So every other day, about 2 sets, a first warm-up set, a second set, you do a little bit harder, and stay at this angle for a while until you can reach about 20 repetitions without overly straining too much. And then you could drop it down to, say, the 45-degree angle. But this is a good starting point. Anyway, any questions, you guys can reach out to me. I'm more than happy to answer questions regarding this. And if there's anything else you want me to do a video of specifically, just let me know, and I will add to that. I can redo this video if you feel like you want some more information on it, or I can do some additional videos. Anyway, that's it. Get started.